Hey there, welcome to Huntington University. My name's Nate Perry, and I'm the Managing Director for the Hopper Institute for Agricultural Studies. And I'm so excited you came to join us today on a little bit of a walking tour of our new Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center. You may be wondering where this is, and if you saw an earlier video, I talked about that, but for those of you that missed that, I'll give it to you again. We sit out here along the intramural field and the practice soccer field just east of the Plex. You may hear some traffic going by, and that's Highway 24 that sits just outside of the property here. So again, we're at the Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center, and we're so excited for students to have experience, and really a hands-on experience starting this semester here on campus. So let's go on a walking tour, and I'll tell you about what you see. We have a wonderful porch area that we're pretty sure our students may utilize with some picnic tables and things like that. And pretend there's a door, and we just walk through the door here into the facility. And this is really the people part of the Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center. Over here, the first thing that you'll see is our office, and then we have a storage closet. Some people call it the Nate Perry storage closet because I have a lot of stuff. And the storage closet kind of starts here and opens up into a larger room that we can store some of our feed and other equipment that we'll use for the animals. If you keep walking this direction, we have a restroom here. That's pretty important. And we'll go down the hallway in a second, but down the hallway is another restroom and then also a shower for our students, and then also a boot locker. Very important to make sure we can store our boots appropriately, so that'll be in that hallway as well. Now, maybe my favorite part is the classroom. And this classroom is about 1,400 square feet. Similar to some of our classrooms that we have on campus in the Dowden Science Hall. And you'll see we've added a lot of windows. We have windows that face the pond this direction, which is pretty exciting. Yes, we have our own pond back here as well. This is kind of Lake Snow Tip Part 2, and some windows that face the parking lot out here as well. But if you look forward towards the front of the classroom, you will see additional windows that are getting framed in right now. And those windows actually look out into our flexible pen space, which I'll describe in a little bit. But we're excited that students can have this space, and it will really be a setting where the class tables and chairs are completely mobile, so we can reconfigure this space depending on the particular class that may be meeting in here. And you may be wondering what classes would meet here. Animal science, animal nutrition and health, livestock breeding and reproduction would be out here as well. So really our students that are interested in majoring in agribusiness, animal production, those students interested in majoring in animal science, and then also our pre-vet students will use this space quite a bit. You'll see there's another area over here for our back porch, and rumor has it there may even be a grill out there at some point and probably some additional picnic tables. So I think we're going to pause for a second. This is part one, again looking at the student space, the people space. Join us in a second for part two, where we'll talk about the animal space. Hey, welcome to the Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center intermission. You just got done watching part one. We talked about the people portion, the student portion, and you're going to watch part two here in a little bit regarding the animal portion. But to give you some dimensions of this facility, it's about 10,000 square feet total, about 4,000 for the people portion, and about 6,000 for the animal portion. This pen itself is about 40 feet long by about 15 feet wide, and we have again a couple of these. You may be wondering, Nate, is there going to be forest green in this building, knowing that we're the foresters? Yes, it is. So everything you see right now that's kind of wood framed will all be enclosed with white, really nice white interior. And then the pens, here comes your forest green color. We're going to have those powder-coated pens dialed into forest green. So Norm will be very happy. Hey, thanks for joining the intermission. Grab some more popcorn. See you in part two. Welcome back to the Don Strauss Animal Science Education Center for part two of our walking tour. We're going to check out the animal space now. And as a reminder, kind of where we are, you're walking down the hallway. Make sure you duck when you come by this. You're walking down the hallway, which includes another bathroom and restroom for our students, and then also a shower. And then on this side will be some area for some storage for coveralls and boots and things like that. We're going to go ahead and walk this direction. And for the moment, we're going to walk straight out into the pens, but there'll be a rail here that will walk that direction for our students to be able to access the pens from that angle. Over here is our main overhead door that comes into the facility. If you were joining us for part 1, you'll see an overhead door and a ramp that goes back into our storage area so we can bring the feed and wheelbarrows and things out there. I'm standing in what we call our flexible pin space. So right now, I'm kind of in the first pin of about 18 that we established out here. They're all on an 8x8 grid system that are completely customizable based on the animals that we have. So if we have an animal that's a little bit of a larger animal, then we can configure these into an 8x16 space, or we can make it even larger. So these will all be customized pins and gates with walk-in areas that you can get in and feed the animal or check on the animal if you need to. Off in the distance is one of our 3 enclosed pins. That one has a direct outside access that we can put an animal in if we ever need to. We have a wash rack over there. We have space for a wash rack. And then over here you'll see 2 more of our enclosed pins. So number 2 and number 3. These are a little bit larger. Animals may live in those spaces a little bit longer than they would in the first pin. Hopefully we're going to have some chickens and maybe some pigs over there as well. So let's go ahead and walk this direction because one of these enclosed pins has a really exciting feature that I want to talk to you about. And you have to envision it a little bit. Again, we're still in the flexible pin space here. But what I want to tell you about is, for a moment, envision with me that this will all be enclosed, but there'll be windows here. And that allows our students to be able to be out here where I am in the flexible pin space and be able to look inside and check on the animals, which is a pretty great opportunity, an amazing opportunity for our students to be able to have that access. Now that we're on this side, we can look back into the classroom area, and again, you'll see framed up the windows that now we're looking back into the classroom. So our hope is that we'll have animals in this area that we can observe from there, whether that be our own students or maybe even some of our guests. Maybe your elementary school student might just come visit, and we can look at the animals from that perspective as well. There will be solar panels on this facility. We are adding those on this roof that will be facing to the south, and we're really excited about having some solar power that we can apply to this system, be able to cover some of the electricity that this building demands, and then also whatever we don't use will be applied back to the grid. So we're really excited. We can't wait for students to get on campus. We can't wait for our animals to arrive on campus as well. And I have a feeling you'll want to check out this video, again, another version, once we have everything enclosed. So thanks for visiting, and we'll see you soon.